Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm so glad you're here. If you love turning your home into a calm and cozy space, or you're simply tired of feeling overwhelmed by endless chores, this video is for you. Today, I'm sharing some of my favorite cleaning truths and gentle habits that will make your home feel peaceful even on your busiest days. Have you ever looked around and thought, why does my house get messy so fast? You clean one day, and the very next, it looks like a storm passed through. It's so frustrating, right? The truth is, it's not because you're lazy or unorganized, it's because life never stops. Between work, family studying, and everything else, keeping up with housework can feel impossible sometimes. I've been there too, sitting in the middle of a messy living room wondering where to even start. But here's the good news, you don't have to do it all. Over the years, I've learned that a clean home isn't about perfection, it's about peace. The methods I'm sharing today are the same ones I use every single day. They've helped me cut my cleaning time in half, keep my home feeling fresh, and most importantly, stay calm and happy through it all. So grab a cup of tea, take a deep breath, and stay with me till the end. I promise you'll leave with practical tips, new inspiration, and a little more love for your home. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join me for more real-life cleaning advice that actually works. Let's start from the very beginning, the reality of keeping things clean. Have you ever walked into your living room and felt like the walls were closing in, not because the space is small, but because the clutter seems to have taken over? It's strange how quickly things pile up. One day, the kitchen counter is spotless, and 2 days later, it's covered with dishes, unopened mail, and yesterday's coffee mug. Sometimes I look around and think, when did this even happen? We all dream of having a peaceful, cozy home, a place that welcomes us after a long day, where we can breathe rest and feel safe. Home is supposed to be our little sanctuary, a space that recharges us. But the truth is, in the rush of modern life, keeping it clean and organized can feel like another full-time job. Between work, family, and personal responsibilities, there are days when we're simply too tired to fold the laundry or wipe the counters. And that's okay. It's funny how clutter has this quiet way of sneaking into our lives. It's not just the things we see, the scattered clothes, the piles of paper, the dishes in the sink. It's also the invisible weight they bring. That feeling of, I should be doing more, or why can't I keep up like everyone else? I've been there too, sitting in the middle of a messy room, feeling both frustrated and guilty. But here's what I've learned: mess is not a sign of failure. It's a sign that you're living, that life is happening. Sometimes the mess appears because you've been focusing on what truly matters, spending time with loved ones, resting when you're exhausted, or just taking a quiet moment for yourself. That's not something to be ashamed of. It's something to be grateful for. A perfect home might look beautiful, but a lived-in home feels alive. I used to think that a tidy home meant perfection. Sparkling floors, color-coded closets, everything in its place. But over the years, I have realized that what really matters is how a space feels. Does it comfort you? Does it help you breathe easier? That's what cleanliness should mean. Not spotless surfaces, but a sense of calm. So if your home feels messy today, don't be too hard on yourself. It's not a reflection of your worth or ability. It's just a season, a moment in time. The dishes can wait. Your peace of mind cannot. Take a deep breath, clear one small corner, and remind yourself that your home doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be yours. And if you've ever felt completely stuck, staring at the clutter, not knowing where to start, I've got something special for you. Tomorrow's video will walk you through how to bring calm back into your space when the mess feels too overwhelming to handle. Don't miss it. It's simple, real, and exactly what you need. Keeping things clean sounds simple until life gets busy. And that's when something else starts to show up: exhaustion. Not the kind that a nap can fix, but the quiet fatigue that comes from trying to do it all. Let's talk about that, the kind of cleaning tiredness that so many of us quietly carry. Now let's talk about something most of us quietly feel but rarely say out loud: the fatigue that comes from trying to do it all. There's a moment many of us know too well, that sigh when you look around your home and think, why can't I keep up? The dishes are piling, the laundry seems endless, and every flat surface has become a landing zone for, well, everything. It's easy to label ourselves as lazy or disorganized, but the truth is, far kinder, we're simply doing too much. Modern life stretches us thin in ways we don't always notice. Between work, studying, taking care of ourselves, and looking after family, there's barely enough energy left for cooking dinner, let alone deep cleaning. Every day we juggle a dozen roles: employee, parent, student, partner, friend. And somehow we expect ourselves to excel at all of them and have spotless floors. That's not laziness, that's exhaustion. I remember a time when I used to blame myself constantly. I'd scroll through social media, seeing photos of perfect homes, gleaming counters, fresh flowers, not a thing out of place, and I'd think, why can't I be like that? What I didn't realize was that those images captured just one tiny, curated moment. Real homes are lived in. They hold laughter, late-night snacks, half-folded laundry, and coffee cups from this morning. We live in a culture that glorifies productivity and perfection. But the truth is, no one can do it all. You can't give your best at work, take care of your health, nurture relationships, and maintain a picture-perfect home all at once, all the time. Something has to give, and that's not failure. It's being human. So instead of chasing perfection, I've learned to focus on balance. Some days that means doing just the essentials, wiping down the kitchen counter, making the bed, or simply putting clean clothes in a basket, even if they're not folded yet. Other days, when I have more energy, I might take on bigger tasks like organizing a drawer or decluttering the bathroom shelf. What matters most isn't doing everything, it's doing enough. Enough to keep your space functional, your mind clear, and your spirit at peace. Once I let go of the idea that my home had to be flawless, I started to enjoy cleaning again. It became less of a burden and more of a way to care for myself and my environment. So if you're feeling overwhelmed right now, please know this: you're not lazy and you're not alone. You're simply managing a lot and doing your best. Give yourself permission to rest, to pause, and to do things at your own pace. Your worth isn't measured by how clean your kitchen is. It's found in the love, warmth, and life that fills your home. Once I realized I wasn't lazy, just tired, everything changed. I learned to clean differently, to shift from perfect to possible. That's how I discovered something that truly saved my sanity: survival mode. It's not about giving up. It's about giving yourself permission to do less and still feel okay. Next, let's explore something that changed everything for me: the power of survival mode. There are seasons in life when keeping a spotless home simply isn't realistic, and that's perfectly okay. I call it entering survival mode. It's not about giving up or letting things fall apart. It's about adjusting your expectations so you can protect your peace of mind. Think of it as switching from perfection to practicality. In survival mode, the goal isn't to have a magazine-worthy home, it's to have a livable one. A space that feels comfortable enough for you to breathe, rest, and function without the pressure of doing it all. There will be days or even weeks when you can't keep up with deep cleaning, organizing drawers, or scrubbing every corner. Maybe work has been demanding, your health isn't great, or you're taking care of family and simply running on empty. That's exactly when survival mode becomes your best friend. When I first discovered this idea, it completely changed how I saw housework. There was a time I'd push myself to clean late into the night, even when I was exhausted, just because I couldn't stand seeing things out of place. But all it did was leave me more tired, resentful, and disconnected from the joy of being at home. One evening, I sat in my kitchen surrounded by unfolded laundry and unwashed dishes, and I asked myself, what if this is good enough for today? That simple thought felt like a deep breath after holding it for too long. So what does survival mode actually look like? It means focusing only on the essentials, the tasks that keep your home functionally clean. Wipe the kitchen counters. Do the dishes or use paper plates if you need to. Take out the trash, clean the bathroom sink and toilet. These small actions are more than enough to keep your space feeling manageable. And as for the rest, the windows, the baseboards, the closets, they can wait. This mindset isn't about lowering standards, it's about being gentle with yourself. Life isn't meant to be a constant checklist. Some seasons are about thriving, others are simply about getting through. And during those tougher times, good enough truly is good enough. You're not lazy or neglectful, you're prioritizing what matters most: your health, your time, your peace. One thing I love to do during survival mode is to set bare minimum routines. For example, I'll choose 3 non-negotiable tasks each day: wash dishes, make the bed, and wipe the bathroom counter. That's it. Everything else is optional. And you'd be surprised how those 3 simple habits can make your home feel so much calmer. If you ever find yourself overwhelmed, remember, your home doesn't need to be perfect to feel peaceful. There's beauty in the lived-in look, a blanket left on the couch, a cup on the table, signs that life is happening. Give yourself grace. Take one small step. The mess will wait, but your well-being can't. When I started embracing survival mode, I found that it wasn't just a theory, it actually worked. But how does that look in real life, when chaos is all around you? Let me walk you through what real-life cleaning really means, the kind that keeps your home calm, even when life feels anything but calm. Now that we understand survival mode, let's see what it actually looks like in real life. Some days, keeping the house spotless feels like chasing the wind. The more you try, the faster the mess seems to come back. That's why during my busiest times, I switch to what I call survival cleaning mode. It's not about perfection, it's about peace. It's about understanding that some seasons of life are simply heavier than others. When work piles up, your body feels tired, or your mind just needs rest. During those moments, cleaning doesn't need to be a marathon. It can be gentle, simple, and enough to make your home feel like a place where you can breathe again. When I'm in survival mode, my goal is not to make everything look picture perfect. I focus on keeping my space livable, fresh, and welcoming. That means doing the things that matter most, the small, consistent tasks that prevent chaos from taking over. Wiping the kitchen counters after cooking, for example, instantly changes the atmosphere of the room. It's such a small act, but it resets the space and calms the mind. Washing the dishes, or at least loading the dishwasher before bed, ensures that the next morning starts smoothly. Taking out the trash regularly keeps odors and clutter at bay. And every few days, I give the bathroom a quick refresh, a simple wipe of the sink, a rinse of the toilet, and a change of the hand towel. None of this takes much time, but together these habits keep the home from slipping into overwhelm. What makes survival cleaning truly freeing is knowing that it's okay to let go of the rest. You don't need to vacuum every corner, polish the floors, or reorganize your closets right now. The windows can wait. The baseboards will still be there next month. Even making the bed doesn't have to be perfect. Just smooth the sheets, toss on the blanket, and move on with your day. There's no award for spotless floors or color-coded wardrobes. A home doesn't need to be flawless to feel good. It just needs to be functional and comfortable enough for you to live and rest in it. To make cleaning lighter, I've learned to break it down into small, doable parts. I never tell myself I have to clean the entire kitchen. Instead, I'll focus on just one surface, maybe the stove or a single counter. Once that's done, I feel accomplished. And sometimes that little victory gives me energy to do more. If not, that's perfectly fine too. 10 or 15 minutes is often all it takes to bring back a sense of order. I like to set a short timer, play some music or a favorite podcast, and just move around the house picking things up. By the time the song ends, the space already feels lighter. Having the right tools also makes a difference. I keep cleaning wipes handy for spills, use scented trash bags to keep things smelling fresh, and have a small mop or handheld vacuum ready for quick cleanups. These tiny conveniences make the process smoother and less intimidating. And when I'm short on time, I rely on baskets. They're my secret weapon. I'll toss in loose items like papers, toys, or cables and deal with them later when I have more energy. It's a small trick that instantly makes a room look tidier. Over the years, I've realized that the goal of cleaning isn't just about having a tidy home. It's about creating a space that gives you comfort and clarity. Even when life feels chaotic, your home can still feel like a soft place to land. The dishes, the dust, the clutter, they'll always return, but so will your ability to handle them. All you need to do is take things one corner at a time, one day at a time. So if you're feeling tired or behind, remind yourself you're not failing, you're living. The goal isn't to have a perfect home, it's to have one that supports you. Wipe one counter, fold one blanket, breathe deeply, and let that be enough for today. Because sometimes enough is exactly what your home and your heart needs. Over time, these small habits became second nature. But then there are days when things still spin out of control, like when guests suddenly text that they're on their way. If you've ever been in that moment of panic, I've got some comforting truth for you. You don't need a perfect home to welcome people in. And finally, let's talk about those moments we all know too well when guests are on the way and panic hits. There's always that moment, the message that says, "Hey, we're stopping by in 30 minutes," and suddenly you look around your house like a deer caught in headlights. The dining table is cluttered, the couch is covered in yesterday's laundry, and the kitchen counter looks like it's been through a minor storm. It's in these moments that many of us panic, feeling like we've failed at keeping a clean home. But here's the truth I've learned after many such moments: your home doesn't have to be perfect to be welcoming. It just needs to feel cared for. When guests are on their way, the secret isn't to clean everything. It's to focus on what's visible. Start with the areas people will actually see: the dining table, the living room sofa, the kitchen counters, and the floor. Clear the clutter off surfaces first. A clean surface instantly makes the space look neater, even if there are baskets of things tucked away somewhere else, and trust me, every tidy person has a "just hide it for now" basket. Next to a quick wipe down, a damp cloth or a cleaning spray works wonders to refresh your counters and tables. If you have time, give the floor a light vacuum or a quick sweep, just enough to pick up crumbs or pet hair. And here's one of my favorite finishing touches: spray a gentle room fragrance or light a candle. It's amazing how scent alone can make a home feel peaceful and inviting, even when everything isn't spotless. Remember, your guests aren't coming to inspect your floors or peek into your closets. They're coming to see you. They'll remember your warmth, your laughter, and how comfortable they felt in your space, not the dust on your shelves. A lived-in home tells a story. It shows that life happens here, that this space is loved and used every day. So instead of stressing over perfection, aim for comfort. Make it smell fresh, look organized from a glance, and feel calm when they walk in. That's enough. And beyond guests, there's a bigger truth I've learned from years of trying to keep my home in order. Housekeeping isn't a competition. It's a rhythm. Some days you'll be on top of everything. Other days, the dishes will pile up. That's normal. The key is consistency, not perfection. Do a little each day. Wipe a counter, fold a few clothes, put away what's out of place. These small, simple habits add up. And over time, your home begins to reflect care and warmth without the constant stress. You're not alone, and you're doing better than you think. Your home doesn't need to shine like a magazine cover to be beautiful. It just needs to feel like you: imperfect, cozy, and full of love. The best homes aren't flawless. They're the ones that welcome you as you are. These are the lessons I've learned, real, honest experiences about cleaning and caring for a home without letting it drain your energy. I shared them because I know how overwhelming housework can feel, and I want you to see that it doesn't have to be that way. Cleaning can be lighter, calmer, and even enjoyable when you shift your mindset and embrace a few gentle habits that truly work. If you're someone who wants a peaceful, easy-to-manage home, one that feels warm instead of stressful, then start by changing the way you think about cleaning. Focus on progress, not perfection. Apply the simple methods and survival mode tips I've shared, and you'll notice how your home and your mood slowly transform. And if you ever find yourself standing in a messy room feeling overwhelmed and not knowing where to start, I've made a special video just for that. Don't skip it. It's full of practical, heartfelt advice that might just change the way you see your home forever. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe, because you deserve a home that breathes with ease and brings you peace every single day.